And when you were growing up, what was your home life like?
Man, so I lived with my grandparents. I was on a farm. My grandpa really showed me like a really stern work ethic, man. If it weren't for him, I don't know where the fuck I'd be. Because my other siblings, they grew up they never lived with my grandparents. They lived in a different environment. You know, my older brother lived with our dad a lot, and then lived with my mom a lot. And it just wasn't bred into the minds that they just had to work hard. My grandpa, he was a hard worker, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the work ethic I have.
When you you got yourself through high school,
Got through high school.
you did you have eyes on I want to be a business owner, I want to be an entrepreneur, or were you what were your goals or your passions or your interests as you started to round through your senior year of high school? Like, what am I going to do after high school?
Yeah, so I didn't know. I just knew I had to get a job. Like, that's just what we're taught in the public school systems.
Got to plug into the matrix,
yeah, that's
bro.
it, man. You got to get in there. You got to stay inside the box that they built for you.
That's
you
right.
know? It was never about if I was going to be a business owner. I never thought I would be. Like, honestly, I never thought I would be. I did at one point going through, because I did go to college. I received a scholarship, and I went to college, and then I realized after a year and a half, it's just not for me. That I wanted to do something in my life, and I wanted to be known. Like, I just wanted to like leave the biggest footprint on this earth, and that came at a young age, I'd say about 20, and that's kind of when I got into fighting. So I was like, man, you know, this is really cool. I see all these names getting blowed up. The UFC, I didn't know shit about fighting. I mean, obviously fighting gravel pits and stuff, but I really didn't know much about like the true fight game of mixed martial arts. Found a gym, started training, and I was like, this is gonna be my ticket to get my name blowed up. Well, it did. In the state of Mississippi and Louisiana, everybody knew who I was when I was at the peak of you know my MMA career, and then that kind of fell off. I was going through a custody battle, and I was like, you know what? I got tired of running the rat race. That's where it happened. 2017 is the year that I decided I need to be a business owner.
When you're running around taking these fights, were you promoting yourself?
I had to promote myself, man.
Promoting yourself, scheduling your own bouts, training on your own dime, scrounging up what? Sponsorships here and there if you could.
I had pretty good sponsors, man. I still good friends with just every one of them today. Sponsorships, man. I was a bouncer, bar back. I did everything. I hustled, bro, to make money. I worked little outages at paper mills as a Boilermaker to make I'd go work for a 7 to 10 day outage, make enough money to hold me over for another couple months. I was a bouncer and a bar back at a local bar. And that's kind of how I scrounged through my amateur career, and then went into a pro career. And then I got to a point where it was hard to find people to train with consistently. So it started showing into my fighting. I went from undefeated to I'd win a fight, I'd lose a fight, win a fight, lose a fight, win a fight, lose a fight. And it played out that way because there was no more consistent training. I had no more consistent training partners. And that was the time I moved down and started training on the coast with Alan. My fight team that I was currently with, they just lost the passion. They lost the fire. I even still got the fire to this day. Like I mentioned, to take a fight this year, get my weight down. I'm looking to take a fight this year because I got the itch back.
Let's go.
2020, I broke my hand. I used it as a crutch, not to, then we went through our financial transition. 2021, obviously started building the company. This past year, we started trying to scale the company. So I just been really pouring a lot of time, money, and energy into that. And I didn't want to waste any of that going to the gym. That's kind of like why, my fitness has kind of declined a little bit. So 2023 is going to be the year, man. We're gonna make big shit happen this year. We're going to get back in the ring, get up with Nate Shook with BKFC, so we can get back in the ring by the end of the year and hopefully get the ball rolling in that aspect, get my health and fitness back in check, and then kind of get my company to where I need to get by the end of the year.